So welcome everybody, Robin here with Ageless Women Living, and I'm so excited today. I have got the scoop on the poop. Yes, you heard it, the scoop on the poop. Today we have an amazing doctor with us, Dr. Victoria Bowman. She is a pioneer in research around probiotics as well as their effect on detoxification. She has a PhD that she received in homeopathy as well as natural medicine from Westbrook University, as well as a doctorate in homeopathic medicine from the British Institute of Homeopathy. So she's quite researched and educated in helping us get this information today. So I'm really excited to invite you here. Dr. Vicki, thanks for coming on board with us today.
Thank you, Robin. It is a delight to be here, especially because I know your audience wants ageless living. I love that. I absolutely do. So thank you.
Well, I thought that this was going to be really an appropriate interview because so many women in our season of life, and maybe even before that, but especially as we tend to get in our 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, everything is slowing down in our digestive system. And I think I read somewhere that about 40% of women are in that age bracket have constipation. Is that?
You're right. 40% of our population is constipated. And it's a huge problem that most of us don't want to talk about. And when we go to our doctor, they give us, well, just do more fiber or do more water. And that isn't the whole picture. So I've spent my career finding ways to resolve that in gentle and loving ways. And it's exciting because we can all get help.
Well, I came across Dr. Vicki through another wonderful doctor that Dan and I have been doing some really cutting edge type of testing with, Dr. Nancy Rizzo. She referred me to Victoria for something called a colon reflorestation. And I'm like, what is a colon reflorestation? But I'm so excited that she did. I love what the results I got with it. And I'm just going to let Dr. Vicki explain what it is and what we were doing.
Okay, well, I started out as a colon hydrotherapist, and after about a dozen years, I was giving people relief but not resolution. And so I kept going, I've got to do more, I've got to do more. And what kind of fell into my lap was an article out of the Lancet, which is the British medical journal, that was published in 1984 about reflorestation. And there were 4 cases and everybody got better. So I'm going, that's interesting, but they were using fecal material. And it was, yeah. And we can talk about that maybe in one of our sessions down the road. And I took this information to one of the holistic doctors I knew, and he said, that's interesting. What are you going to do? And I said, I want to do that with probiotics. And over the course of 2 years, we tested every probiotic we could find and came up with a bulk formula that had a 90% positive rate for anybody he tested and a 10% neutral. So what we know is we have the probiotics that, well, we have hundreds in our intestines, but these are the major ones that are very powerful and important for our health. So over a course of time, I figured out how to do it and have had amazing results in reestablishing the correct microbiome of our gut. So it's simple and easy, isn't it?
Well, let's understand this a little bit better, because when people hear probiotic, I mean, everybody is on the probiotic bandwagon. The yogurt companies are promoting probiotics, to eat it through yogurt. Then people are saying take it through fermented veggies and all of that. Or a lot of people are supplementing with a probiotic. I know I have in the past. What is different about what you're talking about?
What I'm talking about? Well, if we look at our digestive tract, there's about 28 feet from our mouth to our anus. And the digestive juices destroy a lot of the probiotics that get into our stomach. And there's perhaps a 2 to 5% delivery from the stomach into the small intestines. And then there's 22 feet of intestines. So by taking a probiotic, or like you say, fermented foods, because I think they're wonderful, it's 22 feet from the mouth to the top of our large intestine, which is where the probiotics need to be. If you go through the rectum, it's 6 inches from the anus to the bottom of our large intestine. So it's kind of a shorter trip. There's also 100% delivery because we've bypassed all of our digestive juices. So as I like to ask, do you put eye drops in your mouth? No. So we should use the correct orifice for the introduction of probiotics. We just have to get past that mindset of, oh, I'm going to what? It's a really valuable method of introducing probiotics. They all get there. They flourish like crazy. They love dark, moist, and warm. And once they go in, they grow like crazy. Didn't you find that?
Well, I did. In fact, you don't happen to have the bottle with you or around?
Yes, I do happen to have one. And here is the little at-home kit that you received. So I'll take it apart. It's so easy. I love pictures. So there's pictures in the directions. So that's easy. See, a couple of little pictures. And here's our bottle. And it's already got the probiotics in the bottom. You add water. I prefer filtered water or reverse osmosis water. We don't want to use alkaline and preferably not city water. A well water is lovely too if you've got a good well.
Yeah.
So you make it about half full and shake it up a little bit and then set it in a cup of warm water. We want it to be right about body temperature. So, the same way we did a baby bottle when we had our children is we just kind of put a little bit on our wrist. If it's comfortable on our wrist, then it's also going to be comfortable in our bottom. So there's we have our little applicator.
Now, you know what I have to say, when I saw it, I thought, this is like a douche, but for the other end, the back end instead of the front. I mean,
exactly.
It was so easy. I have to tell you, ladies, I was thinking, okay, there's going to be a lot of water. Is this going to be like an enema or something? No, it's simple. Squeeze, rest for a little while, turn over, rest for a little while longer, and you're done. And I do have to say, I've actually done it twice. I did it initially just because I wanted to refluorinate my colon correctly. I've always had an issue with some constipation. So that was, 6-8 weeks ago. And I definitely felt good afterwards. I felt like my regularity increased, but then I ended up having that colonoscopy about 30 days after I did it. So I had asked Dr. Vicki, I need to probably do this all over again because everything's just been wiped out. And I will say that I think I did it either that afternoon after the colonoscopy or the next day. I can't remember, but right away. And I mean, definitely feeling like, I can't explain it. I felt really clean from the colonoscopy, and then I felt just healthy down there, recolonizing with good probiotic. I felt like, wow, that area is exactly what it's supposed to be doing right now.
You're exactly right. Now, obviously a colonoscopy is a perfect time to do one of these because everything is cleaned out, or hopefully it has been. But why else, or when else? And if something's going on, if people have had food poisoning and you might be going from both ends, as soon as things start to calm down, it's perfect to put back in because we're going to get the good bacteria to overrun the bad ones that we got with whatever we ate. Flu is another reason. 70% of our immune system is in our intestines. So when we strengthen our probiotics, we're actually activating and encouraging our immune system to work even better.
After antibiotic.
Exactly after antibiotics. And I like to suggest 1 day later. The half-life of most antibiotics is 12 hours. So if you finish it at, say, noon today, then tomorrow morning after a bowel movement, perfect time. But all of us should do it once or twice a year. We clean our teeth at the dentist twice a year, but we're doing good things like brushing and flossing and all those things. So with our colon, if we have it taken care of twice a year with the probiotic infusion, then we'll have better daily elimination, less gas, less bloating. All of our functions increase. So maintenance is maybe twice a year, but if there's other conditions or problems or concerns, then we can certainly do it more often.
Well, I'm so excited to have you here just to explain a little bit about this. Dr. Becky has been so kind. She's allowing us to put access to a colon reforestation kit on our website, so you can purchase it right there, and she'll drop ship it right to your door. And we're just glad to have you. We'll have you back to do a little bit more education for our Ageless Women Academy on more scoop on the poop. So thanks so much for joining us today.
It has been my pleasure. Thank you so much.